What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ and we're back with the 2023 Mazda CX-50 Turbo Premium Plus, and we're going to talk about what is it like to live with this vehicle after 7 days. What are some of the things that I've noticed, tips, tricks, will golf clubs fit in the back, all of that kind of stuff that's practical in your day-to-day life and using this vehicle. So this video will probably be kind of short, maybe like 8 to 10 minutes. I'm not 100% sure. Let's just see what all we get into, but let's start with putting some things in the trunk. So without further ado, let me go get some golf clubs. Let's roll. Alright guys, so we have the golf clubs here. As you can see, got them on a shoulder. So typically you would come up, right, you got the little button under here and you just press that to pop it. It's going to open up for you, so that's pretty nice. You don't have to manually try to open it up. Now, let's see if these things fit. Alright, so you can see it in a little cubby hole there. My driver's kind of getting stuck just a little bit. Push it in there and look at that, it fits. Bingo! Now, you still have a ton of room back here too. Like, there's a ton of room back in there. So you could fit several clubs or sets in here. The other thing is you can always just set these seats down right here, I found, and it's very easy just hitting that thing. It just folds down automatically. That is super nice because you may have several people and you can fit more in there. Alright, so the next step is how practical is it to get in and out of, because some vehicles suck to get in and out of. So let's start with the back seat, then we'll go up to the front seat. So opening up the back seat here, let's step on in. So at 5'9", it's not bad. I have no problem. That was very natural getting in. So yeah, I'm good with it. I actually really like it. So let's jump up to the front and see how easy that is to get in and out of. Yeah, it was really comfortable. The other nice thing is let's test the seat here, right? Because every one of them have a different, like, up and down, like as far as how low and how high. So let's go all the way to the bottom. Okay, that's all the way down. That's the maximum headspace you're gonna get. So I mean, it's a lot. I don't know, like 7 inches, I don't know, somewhere there. So let's go up all the way. Woo! Okay, now I've got like 2 inches maybe. So I mean, it adjusts by like quite a bit here, which is good. Like, I can literally see clear over the hood, like literally clear over it. So I'm gonna hold the camera at the exact same spot. Now I'm gonna go down, and that's your POV. That is your change exactly as my eyes see it. The difference in the seat on how much it changes. And to me, that's a pretty big deal, because there's so many different drivers out there of different heights and how they prefer it. That's a big deal to be able to, you know, make those adjustments on the fly. So I think that's pretty good. Well done, Mazda. Alrighty, so next thing on the list I wanted to discuss was some of the amenities, because a lot of cars have amenities, right? But how well do they work when you need to use them? For example, a ventilated or cooled seat. There are some vehicles that have them, and for example, like my C7 Z06, they're not very good. Do they work? Yeah, they work, but like, yeah, you get the point. This vehicle, on the other hand, and again, I'm not paid to say any of this, so I'm just telling you, this is top 2 best cooled ventilated seat I've ever used. Again, right now it's 109 degrees here in Arizona. Let me see if I can show you there. Hopefully you can see that right there. So, with that said, being 109 degrees, this cooled seat is literally moving my shirt behind me. That's very practical because it's so hot that it cools the leather because it gets so hot here in Arizona. So if you're gonna have the feature, it needs to work, and in this vehicle it does work. Unfortunately, I can't test the heated seat or the heated steering wheel because, well, Mother Nature's doing that for us right now, and the AC in the ventilated or cooled seat is definitely helping us out. So next thing with the amenities, is it practical or is it not? So as I've mentioned in my review and other videos, you will notice that it's a little, the tech is interesting. I have gotten used to it after living with it for 7 days, okay? It's going to take some getting used to, but the touch screen, or lack thereof, you can only use the touch screen when it is in Android or Apple CarPlay. Okay, that's the only way you can actually touch the screen for it to work. Other than that, use this dial down here and all of these buttons to control the screen. Now, as I've said, I've gotten used to it. I actually like it. It's pretty convenient because my arm rests just right down here. And so you just naturally just reach forward, just barely, and you're just adjusting everything you need to without having to actually reach all the way up here, right? So, you know, I actually like it. It's grown on me. Now, the only thing I would maybe change to make it a little bit more practical is allow both. Make it touchscreen all the time, and that, because depending on what you're doing, it may be easier. For instance, navigation, for me, it's still easier just to touch the screen and just go through it. You get used to it, but again, that would be a nice option to allow just certain things to be touchscreen, just to have the optimal ability for what you want to use it for. Alright, and the last thing I want to touch on in this video, again, I'm trying to make this short and sweet, tips, tricks, things about this car. So the last thing I want to touch on is how it drives. So many people have said that it's underwhelming, it's not fast enough. Listen, on this Turbo Premium Plus, this car is or SUV rather, is plenty fast enough in my humble opinion. I have no issues with how this thing accelerates for what it is. Again, I am an Audi R8 and C7 Z06 owner. I know what fast is, okay? For this vehicle, it's well in its class, above average in my opinion. I have no problems with it. In day-to-day life, you're merging onto the freeway, or if you need to pass somebody, I found no struggles. Like, I'm terrified, like, I don't have enough power to get in front of somebody if needed to. So, I find that practical. Now, along with that, the MPG, I've averaged about 26.5 miles to the gallon, and that's city and highway combined. That's good. This vehicle's all-wheel drive, so I'm more than happy with that personally. So, if you're looking for more than that, then I don't know what to tell you, but that's the facts. So I think that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video, because I just wanted to touch on some of the key important things when you're using this vehicle in your day-to-day life. So many reviews and everything else and the things that I go over are just techie. They talk about all the specs, but people want to know from an owner's perspective, or living with the vehicle, because I don't own this vehicle, I've had it for 7 days. These are some of the things that I have noticed over time of being with the vehicle. Hopefully you guys found this useful. Smash that subscribe button, and we'll see what car we have next week, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, on the next one. Peace.